So a couple years ago, I was previously engaged and we ended up actually breaking up the weekend that we were supposed to get married. So for context, I'm a very accomplished woman. I've, bought my own house, have my degrees. I continue to climb the ladder at work and I work really hard and I've always worked really hard. And honestly, that's what I'm really good at, which is working really hard and applying myself to things and just going after everything that I want wholeheartedly because that's what I was taught. I was raised that way and I love to thank my father for, giving me a great work ethic. But with that being said, this man did not care about me. And hindsight's 2020 because at the time I didn't see it. I was so deep in the trenches that I literally missed all the signs.
Always remember this one. When a human being truly loves you, their biggest fear is to hurt you. But when a human being is in love with how you make them feel, their biggest fear is to lose you.
Let's talk about men being the enemy within in women's life. Before we get right into that, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Men are joy killers to some women. As a woman, the moment you have some certain type of man in your life, everything about you dies. The nature of most men is to collect from women, depend on women for support and also for survival.
Marriage is not for happiness.
What?
If you want to be happy, remain single.
I'm failing to talk now.
That is free advice. If you want to be happy, remain what? Single. Because the minute you enter upon marriage, happiness is not for the man and wife. Happiness is for the children. I love my wife for my children to be happy. I submit to my husband for my children to be happy. If you want to be happy, remain what? Single.
Before I proceed to making my statement and having this conversation, please have it at the back of your mind that there are exceptions to this. With that being said, I agree with her statement that marriage is not for happiness. Marriage is for service and procreation. The men are the ones to be served. And like she said, if you truly want to be happy as a woman and live your life for yourself, you should consider being single, or you should find yourself a man who is truly capable of loving a woman the right way. Most marriages we women are into with men are established based on the premise of master and slave relationship, which is the patriarchy interpretation of marriage. In such setup, automatically the woman is expected to sacrifice her happiness and her existence to make the marriage work, to make the man and the children happy. On a more practical level, there is no happiness in always feeling used, cheated, overworked, without getting any support or significant support from your male partner. When a normal human being doesn't feel encouraged, properly appreciated, respected, supported, or even acknowledged, they gradually become resentful, and resentment takes happiness away. The reason why single women are happier is obvious. All they have to worry about is their well-being, their finances, and their casual relationships. They are not burdened with the constant feeling of wanting to serve a man or being worried about what a man is doing outside the home or what a man thinks of them. Those little worries might not be significant, but when they gradually add up, it creates a situation that steals your peace and happiness. Let's have a look at the comment section. She just wants to say marriage won't make you happy if you're not happy on your own. Listen to understand and not to judge. Even if you are happy on your own and you get married to the wrong man, you will become unhappy. It's not about your personal happiness. It's about the happiness of the man, your happiness, and the collective effort for the both parties to make effort to make each other happy. Your happiness alone will not make you remain happy in that relationship. If you're happy within yourself and a man is maltreating you, over time you will become sad. Marriage without money equals no happiness. Money is not everything. You can have money and still be unhappy in a relationship. If money solves everything, I don't think the wealthy people would be getting divorced. So money is not everything. When a marriage is built on love, peace, respect, and fulfillment, happiness naturally flows. I totally agree with her, because both parties need to respect each other, need to consider each other, need to make conscious effort to make sure that both parties are being carried along. No one is being seen as a slave. No one is being seen as the servant, but both parties are being seen as the actual partners they are supposed to be. I beg to disagree with the pastor. In fact, marriage is enjoyable with your soulmate. Do you agree with that statement? I don't agree with that statement, because relationship requires effort. Relationship is hard work. You need to be intentional about it to make it work. It's not automatic. Some people believe that once you find someone that you feel is your soulmate, then everything is going to fix itself automatically. No, I think soulmate has to do more with spiritual bond than physical bond. Your relationship should not be based on you finding a soulmate. It should be based more on you finding a man, a good man that is willing to work with you.
So a couple years ago, I was previously engaged, and we ended up actually breaking up the weekend that we were supposed to get married. So for context, I'm a very accomplished woman. I, bought my own house, have my degrees. I continue to climb the ladder at work, and I work really hard, and I've always worked really hard. And honestly, that's what I'm really good at, which is working really hard and applying myself to things and just going after everything that I want wholeheartedly, because that's what I was taught. I was raised that way, and I love to thank my father for, giving me a great work ethic. But with that being said, this man did not care about me. And hindsight's 2020, because at the time I didn't see it. I was so deep in the trenches that I literally missed all the signs. I 4x'd his income. I was way more accomplished. I had way more going for myself. And all of that didn't matter to me because I enjoyed him as a person. Even though there were moments where we were constantly fighting, I still was like, I'm going to stick it out because better days are to come. And better days never came, because sometimes they just don't. It doesn't matter how long you wait. Even his mother even said, you deserve better. What can he offer you when you've already accomplished this much on your own? And that is like, bro, your mom's not rooting for you here. Oh my gosh. Like, there's so many things about this entire relationship, which I probably need to do a long story time on because I can ramble on it forever. But there were so many signs saying, no, it's not the one. And my biggest sign is when I personally get really injured at the gym. If I'm dating someone and I get injured a lot, my body's telling me they're not the one. And I know we all have different signs, but that is how my body communicates with me. And the story of that entire relationship is really long, so I'll keep it short and simple. But if I would have ended up marrying that man, I have this theory that he would have ended up doing something, some way of the sorts, because the resentment was growing. How he treated me was proof he could have cared less if I was on this planet or not. And I do want to say I've come to peace with this. I genuinely wish him the best. I'm a firm believer that you don't cross paths with anyone anymore once you learn the lessons. And my gosh, was that just a lesson. And I knew it was a lesson going into it, but I was hoping for the best, because sometimes in order to find yourself, you really got to put yourself through the trenches. And going deep within self is not something I'm afraid of. I literally coach and mentor people how to do it. But with this being said, I almost lost myself. The person that I ended up with was completely different than the person I started with. And if my self-worth would have been a lot more, I probably wouldn't have even dated him in the first place. All of this to say, that was the first time, and that was the biggest pill to swallow with that relationship, that dating someone who is less accomplished than you, who is bitter about the fact that they are less accomplished with you. Keyword, he feels less than. Him feeling bitter will actually ruin your life, because they will do everything in their power and at the expense of themselves to make sure that you are as low as them. You will suffer as much as they will. They will do everything in their power so that you do not climb to become the best and greatest version of yourself. My message in my everything to every woman is to really think hard about who it is you're going to try and shack up with for the rest of your life. If that's your choice, I'm pro-divorce, but really think about it and truly consider, is this the right person for me long-term? Is this person willing to see me grow? Is this person motivated to see the both of us grow and the both of us truly make it in this life? Because actions speak louder than words. Stay true to self, focus on self, find and figure out a way to really value your self-worth so you don't get stuck in the misery. I've been in enough of it. I've dealt with enough of it. And I've attracted enough partners who are my biggest enemies because I try to see the best in them. And that's one thing I'm not doing anymore. I'm not looking for the best in you. Who you are showing up now and who you're showing me right now is who you are. And this person, this version is who I have to decide yes or no on. Do I want to be with this version of you right now for the rest of forever?
Understanding the concept of men and the basic principles of human relationship would help you as a woman navigate casual and romantic relationships with men better. Men are also humans as women are. They possess certain human tendencies, and that should not be overlooked. Enemy within is the worst enemy to have. The men some women have in their lives as their romantic partners are their downfall. The way you have your female friends, some of your female friends, jealous of you and your accomplishments is the way some men are jealous of the women they are dating. They are jealous of their beauty. They are jealous of the fact that those women are being liked by others, not even other men, by family members. They are jealous of the fact that those women are accomplishing more things than they are. Let's have a look at the comment section. My mother said, if he's like this now, it's not going to get better. This is in regards to how poorly he treats you. I ended an engagement, left a big ring on the dresser, and packed all my stuff. He belittled me because I had a master's degree and he made more, 150k. I asked God, if this is not for me, let me know. He hated my discipline with the gym, even though he also worked out. I went too much, lifted too heavy, or just didn't respect him because I didn't follow his advice. This happened with my ex. He talked me out of buying a house when we first met. I helped him start his own trucking company, and when I couldn't take it anymore, he stopped paying for the loans. Oh my God, your story sounds exactly like mine. I'm also glad you got out in time. Most women don't and end up miserable. My ex-fiance felt so threatened by my accomplishments and he resented me. I got out. This is my story. I turned down the ring because he always gave the bare minimum. I ignored red flags because I had my own money. Please don't do that, honestly. To always come back to haunt you. I wish I knew not to date down. It set me back so much in life because they deplete you and block your blessings, I swear. Have you heard of the crab in the bucket mentality? Crab in the bucket mindset. That is exactly what happens when you date down. If the man can't level up, he will pull you down to his level. If leveling up is a struggle, if he doesn't have the resources, the ability to step up, he will pull you down to his level. Law 10 of 48 laws of power. Avoid the unlucky and unhappy. I dedicated that chapter to my ex. I realized he was going to bring me down and drown me in his misery. Thank you for this video. Misery loves company, they say. That statement means a lot. Girl, let's match stories, cause I ended up staying in that relationship for 10 years and married him for 4. Oh my God, same girl, same. He ended up abusing me in all the ways, but his mom said the same thing to him and me. I'm still rebuilding myself. You didn't lie about it at all. You can't be working hard to level up in life. You can't be making effort, going to school, trying to educate yourself, trying to become a better version of yourself. And then you're deciding to date someone that is not doing the same for themselves. You're deciding to date someone that is not vibrating on the same level with you. No, that person is going to pull you down.
Y'all, I just saw a post that said, when someone is in love with you, their biggest fear is not losing you. Their biggest fear is hurting you. But when they are in love with how you make them feel, then their biggest fear is losing you. And I think that just changed my brain chemistry because that explains so much.
Always remember this one. When a human being truly loves you, their biggest fear is to hurt you. But when a human being is in love with how you make them feel, their biggest fear is to lose you. And then there is you, and understanding the difference.
What do you really think about that statement? Do you agree with the statement? I'm asking because there's a lot of confusion in the comment section. Some people are against it, some people are for the statement, while some people are saying the both. It has to do with both of them, the fear and you not wanting to hurt them. Let's go to the comment section, and at the end of it, I will give my own 2 cents. Not true though. Being afraid to lose someone is usually because of how highly you think of the other person or how special they are to you. I fear both, but being in love is always about how they make you feel. You can fear both. You fear to hurt them if they lose you. You stay while trying to work it out because you don't want to lose them either. But oftentimes you lose yourself in the process. If you love a bird, you let it go. You don't cage it. That is love. Love is not control. Caging that person means you are hurting that person. Love is freedom, not control. I believe that love has no fear. It's all about letting go and let you fall over heels for the one love that is for you. A true love is understanding, unconditional, and accepting you now. I don't agree that love is unconditional. You can't have unconditional love between a man and a woman. I don't agree to that. Most love between men and women are transactional and conditional. Exactly. Once you stop feeding their addiction to their feeling, then the love stops. Secondly, a lot of men don't love women. They love how you make their penis feel. That is coming from a man, and he's not wrong. I don't know. This kind of has a nuance. A wise person knows losing someone isn't really in their control, but hurting someone, especially after they tell you your actions hurt, that's you. I totally agree with this person. You can't blame yourself for something you had no control over. You cannot control how the other person feels about you. You can't control the other person's decision, but what you can control is you hurting them, and that should be your focus, not you wanting to control what you can control and also control what you're not supposed to control, what you don't have control over. So back to the statement she made. If someone is in love with you because of how you make them feel, that does not mean they love you. They like you because of how you make them feel. They like you because of what they are taking from you, and it makes sense for them to fear losing you, because if they lose you, they will not be having that feeling that they get from you. If someone loves you, they wouldn't want to hurt you. I do agree with her statement. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. If you would love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch a woman share her experience of how her husband treated her while she was pregnant, and I will see you all in another one.